TIFU by thinking my vagina wasn't a hungry, hungry hippo. This TIFU actually happened today. I should start by mentioning that this is likely a common occurrence. But as it was the first time it happened to me, I totally freaked out. Thoughts of a potential hospital visit for such an embarrassing incident plagued my mind. After 6 hours of not sleeping this morning, I, 26F, decided to masturbate using a tiny 3-inch bullet vibe. I should mention that the vibration is super intense. I can barely stand it. Everything was going swimmingly, till my phone alarm started sounding. It was annoying and I didn't want to wake my boyfriend, so I popped the vibe just inside my vagina. For a moment, trying to avoid getting lube all over the bed. Little did I know this was a horrible idea. My vagina turned into a vacuum-like critter and sucked that fucker up in seconds, while vibrating. After about 5 minutes of fishing for it and panicking, I hobbled out to the living room where my boyfriend was napping to beg for his help. Turns out it was hooked on my Nuva ring and turned slightly. He was eventually successful in retrieving it, but only after he stopped laughing and saying "I told you so." He warned me about this exact scenario when buying the toy. TLD, or my vagina vacuumed up my bullet vibe and my boyfriend had to fish it out. Better your BF than a random doctor. Sounds like you dodged a bullet. This is totally normal. I once had to get an internal ultrasound with a wand and the ultrasound tech had to wait a moment for my muscles to relax. She said there's a natural reaction for the vaginal muscles to kind of clench or grab the wand. So techs wait and allow the walls to relax before proceeding. I'm sure there is a better, more accurate explanation, but that's how she broke it down for me. After 6 hours of not sleeping this morning, I decided to masturbate. I felt that on a personal level. This is why I don't trust those damn bullet vibes. No sir. You can't trick me. LMAO, I have done this exact same thing with the same kind of vibe. I didn't have a Nuva ring. I just had to sit on the toilet and wait for gravity to do its thing. Can't you tie a leash to it? Can confirm the bullet is stupidly intense. Concerning masturbation and being able to sleep, fuck that. My husband gets off and I swear is barely awake before I'm off of him. Meanwhile, I could orgasm 10x and still be up for the next 8 hours. To be fair, he can literally fall asleep anywhere. Whereas the only time I've fallen asleep in a car is when I had been awake for 24 hours having to deal with cancelled international flights. ETA. Also, when the bullet loses its battery, it's kind of just done. Not many people keep extra of those tiny batteries around. I much prefer my toy that uses AAA because you can get rechargeable and just pop those suckers on the charger. As a man who had to fish out a butt plug out of his GF's glitter shitter, this never gets old. Tears of joy. That's a great story and all, but to be completely honest, you earned my upvote with just the title. Oh man, thanks op. Making a mental note to never buy a vibe that small, lol. You took a nightmare and made it funny with the hippo imagery. I'm glad he was able and willing to go fish, as it were, rolling on the floor laughing. I panicked the first time too. IDK how the Nuva ring would affect it, but with no devices or a regular IUD you should be able to just push it out hands-free. https://i.imager.com/7gpi4bj.jpg. Your most popular post on this account will now be about your vagina. Congrats! Exclamation mark. He dug the bullet out of the hole at the scene of the crime. Well, that's a title. But wasn't that your vagina's nickname in college? Slippery little sucker. That is hilarious, made me spit out my coffee.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.